Hello you all, welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, what's good? If you are new, hey boo, I am back with another video. So let me just say hello to you all. I have not seen y'all in a nice little minute. I cannot remember, like y'all done heard my voice but y'all ain't seen my face. Like I think the last time I seen y'all was a little bit after New Year's. So let me just come and say hello to y'all. Hopefully y'all have been having a lovely, prosperous week so far. I just want to apologize for my absence. Like I told y'all before, your girl been busy, life been lifing, but your girl I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood. As y'all could see, like it's giving soft girl. It's giving soft girl, okay? And somebody hit me up and said, girl, we need a makeup tutorial. Can you do some makeup tutorials? I think I may possibly bring that to my channel. You know, I did say that I was going to start doing something new on my channel this year, okay? And that's part of the reason why your girl been so busy lately. Like, but I can't give all the secrets away now. I gotta leave y'all in suspense a little bit. I can't give away everything. So yeah, just stay tuned for what your girl is gonna be bringing. But all in all, I'm in a good mood and hopefully y'all are too. I want to come and talk to y'all today. We are living our soft girl era, and part of that is celibacy. This is a perfect time, and I feel like to talk about this because actually, to be quite honest, y'all, the plan was for me to do this celibacy video on Valentine's Day. I wanted to make that video special for y'all. This is something that is near and dear to me. This is something that is sacred to me. This is a big part of my spiritual journey as well. And this is something I have been wanting to share with y'all actually for the past couple of years now. It took me a while to come out and talk about my celibacy journey because, to be quite honest, the reason why I've been kind of stalling on this topic is because in the past, I mean, I don't feel this way now. You know, I feel comfortable talking about it now. But in the past, I just had that whole feeling of, why does the whole world need to know that I'm not having sex, that I'm abstinent? I'm like, it's certain topics that I'm open to talking about now I wasn't open to in the past. And so that's one area of my life, speaking on celibacy and things like that. That's something that I always kept private. And it was so sacred to me. It was special to me. And so that's why it took me a nice little minute to come out with my truth and my story about my celibacy journey. Basically, we are going to talk about what inspired me to start my celibacy journey, why I feel like celibacy is an important part of your spiritual growth as well. We are going to talk about it all, okay? Hopefully, y'all got the time and the patience to sit down and talk to me like, girl, all my abstinent celibacy girlies, tap in, okay? And if you are not celibate, that's okay. You know, maybe you needed to see this video because it was put in your path for you to see it. You seeing this video for a reason, and we are going to talk about celibacy. I'm going to let the cat out the bag and let y'all know I have been on a celibacy journey for 5 years now. I've been going 5 years strong. It has been a journey for me, okay? But it has been a rewarding one. And the reason why I want to come talk about celibacy is because I really do feel like this is a big part of not only having spiritual growth, but having that strong connection with the Lord as well. Celibacy is not all about saving yourself, really. To me, that is a big part of it. You know, saving yourself for your husband. When I thought about starting my celibacy journey, it wasn't more so me deciding to do this because I wanted to save myself for the right person, but it was more so me trying to build my relationship with the Lord, because 5 years ago, I didn't have that close of a relationship with the Lord. Our relationship was very poor, and I was going through a certain time in my life to where I just wanted to build my relationship with him. It was a situation that I had went through a while back. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I was celibate before I broke my celibacy 5 years ago. I was celibate for 2 years, okay? I broke my celibacy with someone, and I felt like the situation wasn't right for me. I feel like it wasn't worth it. The guy that I was seeing at the time opened my eyes to a lot of things. When you get older, you become wiser. You have different views on relationships, certain things that you want. And I just was not seeing the purpose behind keeping that connection with that specific person, okay? It was just a lot of things that was going on, a lot of spiritual encounters that was going on. This person that I broke my celibacy to. Oh Lord, I can't believe I'm letting you girlies all up in my business though. But yeah, we just in my room, we having a little girl chat, we talking about celibacy. When I broke my celibacy with this person, I was disappointed in myself. before I started dating this person, I had been single for a while. It's two different kinds of singles, okay? Y'all know, single men, you out here dating around, and single men, you just taking time for yourself. Now, before I started dating this particular person, I was taking time for myself. I wasn't dealing with nobody. I wasn't talking to nobody or none of that because my focus was somewhere else. This person came and broke those barriers, and I fell up off of my celibacy journey. I was so disappointed in myself, and it was something that had transpired during that time I was dating that person to where I knew it was something that I needed to change. I feel like us ladies have a hard time with this when it comes to dating. Sometimes it's okay to accept the fact that you are not equally yoked with certain people. And so this was a situation with this particular person. I wasn't feeling a connect. I just always been one of those. The reason why it was easy for me to go on a celibacy journey, I wasn't always one of those girlies that I just gotta have sex. So y'all, the video didn't stop. The devil don't want me to put this message out, but it's getting out today, okay? But I don't need to have sex. The thing for me was, I was feeling like it was just something that was missing from my life. I started to realize that it was my relationship with the Lord. It was something that took place spiritually. I never experienced no stuff like this before. This particular person was caught up in some things, you know what I'm saying? And y'all know I'm a spiritual girly, okay? And so it was just some things that was taking place that I knew that I had to cut ties with that, and I needed to build my relationship with Christ, because after that encounter with that person, when I say things went left, it went left. These certain things that was happening to me, I had never experienced nothing like this before. They was just caught up in some stuff, okay? And I'm just gonna let y'all read in between the lines. But that opened my ass to a lot of things, because really, when I met this person, I'm not gonna even lie. Y'all know I don't come sugarcoat nothing. But I had got certain kind of discernment from the Lord that this person was not the right one for me. And I went against it and I ignored it. You know how when you be single for, and I feel like I'm not the only person, and maybe you ladies can relate, but you know how you been single for a nice little minute and you tend to get lonely. You want that companionship, you want that connection with somebody else. That's what happened. After that whole situation, I'm gonna give y'all a story time about it, because this is something that needs to be explained in detail. Like, this story time is gonna be so deep and crazy, and y'all are gonna understand why I decided to be celibate, okay? Y'all gonna be like, girl, now I see why. Because celibacy is all about not only preserving and protecting yourself, your body, you're protecting your energy, okay? Your sexual energy, that's a part of you. Flesh and spirit is intertwined. And so it was something that I needed to do, that I needed to rid myself of a certain spirit, okay? And the Lord opened my eyes to something years ago. For the celibate girlies on my channel, y'all can probably relate. The more you go on your celibacy journey, the easier it gets. Now you may have those times to where you feel tempted. You have those urges, because it's part of human nature. But I would say the biggest benefit in celibacy is having that discipline over your flesh. Your eyes are open to a lot more things when you go on a celibacy journey. And it's like, for the ones that's listening, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it feels like you are a renewed virgin. Like, you are renewed from the inside out. You don't see relationships the same. You don't see connections the same. You are more selective about who you choose to share your energy with. Okay, and I don't mean just in a sexual sense either, because if you have decided to start your celibacy journey, 9 times out of 10 it was probably a situation where you had a bad spiritual exchange with someone that you were dating. Not only do you start to understand the importance of spiritual protection, because that's basically what celibacy is. You are protecting your spirit from certain exchanges with people. And not only do you want to preserve and protect your body from certain spiritual encounters, but you want to protect your overall aura and energy altogether. Okay, it's not just about the act of sex, it's about the energy exchange. Because a lot of times you have certain energy exchanges with people to where y'all are not equally yoked. Y'all not meshing for some strange reason. Everybody's celibacy journey looks different. But for me, it was more so about me protecting and preserving my energy and my spirit. And the number one big one was the Lord. Okay, I wanted to build a stronger relationship with the Lord. I kept feeling like the Lord was talking to me. I've had the Lord talk to me before, but this one particular time was different. I never had him bring me so many different warnings like he did this particular time that I decided to go on the abstinence journey. I was getting so many spiritual warnings from the Lord. It was more so about my connection with him. Certain things that he was telling me that I needed to do. When it comes to negative spiritual exchanges with people, you have a better understanding of sex. The longer you go on your celibacy journey, it's just like you are learning more things along the way. I commend whoever's listening on my channel that is on the celibacy journey, because it's not an easy journey. Like I said, it's all about self-discipline. How much self-control do you really have over your flesh is the real question. It's not just about the act of sex. It's all about how much of a commitment do you have to not only yourself, but the Lord as well. It was more so about my connection with the Lord. It was more so about me making a commitment to myself as well, because, and that's why I put that little post in the community section, like, I'm really loving this soft girl era, because really, I feel like that's a part of soft girl era. With your celibacy abstinence journey, you are being purified from the inside out. You are renewed from the inside out. You are a soft girl, okay? You are a pure girl. And so that is a completely different lifestyle that a lot of us are living. It's a lot of cons that come along with celibacy. And this is why I took so long coming out talking about my celibacy journey, because a lot of people have this negative stigma about people on celibacy journey, because they try to make it seem like, oh, well, you already had sex before, you ain't no virgin, so why are you trying to be abstinent? It's nothing but the enemy. My celibacy journey is about my relationship with Christ mainly. And so a lot of times you'll have people put out negative messages. They want you to basically fall up off your walk with Christ, okay? They want to remind you of who you used to be, okay? Y'all know we listen and we don't judge on this channel, okay? But when it comes to purifying your mind, body, soul, and spirit, that's what a celibacy journey is all about. Feeling purified from the inside out. You definitely have a different perspective on life, especially when it comes to dating. The reason why I said it was easy for me is because it may be hard for some of you girlies. I just never really been that type of girl, even when I was out here. And I wasn't never out here like that. I wasn't no little thot. Let me just say this because, come on now, y'all know I ain't trying to be funny. I ain't trying to call nobody no thot, but we know what we be doing when we be out here. So I still was one of those type of women that I was just never caught up on sex. That's why when I started my celibacy journey, it became easier for me over time. After a certain amount of time, I just had found myself not really thinking about it as much. It's just like, y'all know, I don't know if y'all, this probably gonna be hard to explain, but when you go on a celibacy journey, it's just gonna kind of feel like, in a sense, you're like that little girl again. Y'all know how it was when you was a virgin. You weren't thinking about boys. You weren't thinking about sex. And so it was just like your focus was on other things. You might have had friends that was having sex early. Just all different types of negative influence trying to get you to open yourself up, because that's basically what sex is. It's a spiritual exchange. It's like being a born again virgin. The first couple of years, I will say I did have a little bit of a struggle, but as time went on, I started to notice that things was being strengthened. It's like an internal thing that is hard to describe, but for the ladies that get it, they get it. Transmute your energy into something positive, something productive. And so that's what I found myself doing more of. Being on my celibacy journey, I started noticing that I was getting a lot accomplished. I started to notice that I was glowing differently. I was looking differently. I had a couple of people tell me that I was glowing. It's something that looked different about me. And usually when they say you glowing, that means you pregnant. But it's a such thing as having a spiritual glow as well. And I talked about that on my channel too. But it's just like when you are on a celibacy journey, it's this certain aura and energy that you give off to where, and I know y'all might have read this up off of people before too, to where they got this kind of like pure angelic aura about themselves. That's the whole renewing of your mind, body, soul, and spirit. Because when you start changing your mindset, Everything else followed behind it. It was like everything was in alignment. It was like I was more open to hearing from the Lord. And that's another thing I wanted to come and kind of elaborate more on, is that I was able to hear more from the Lord being on my celibacy journey. And that's really what it was all about, was just me wanting to build that connection with him, me knowing that it was a plan and a purpose for my life. This was a certain path that I wanted to take. I wanted to be celibate. I wanted to save myself for the Lord. And I am one of those type of women that I told y'all in the other video. That's another reason why I don't talk about relationships that much on my channel. It's because I'm celibate. Relationships is all about love, connections, and stuff like that. And y'all know what follows along with that: sex. And so some topics I try to avoid because of that reason. And so if I'm coming across it, like, y'all may say that I may act a little holier than thou, but really it's really about my connection with the Lord. I started to notice the change in my life. Tons of benefits. Being on the celibacy journey is going to help you weed out certain people in your life too. Certain people that you might have dated in the past, you are going to have a different view on men. You know what you want now. Okay, you have that discipline. And so when you spot somebody else that is not on the same journey as you, you are able to make the decision. You are more selective about who you choose to share your energy with. Like I said, it's not all about sex. It's about the connection. When you go on the celibacy journey, you are going to know right off bat that you are unequally yoked with certain people because they don't have the same values as you. And this is a strong point right here. You are going to know someone's faith and belief too. You are, like I said, you are going to be seeing things on a spiritual level. If this guy that you are dating, you might have not shared with him that you are on a celibacy journey, which I feel like I'm private about certain things, especially about celibacy. This topic is very sacred and near and dear to me. Okay, and so opening up about celibacy to people that you are dating, I feel like you should wait for that. It's just like the whole thing of, this is just how I view it. I don't feel like it's important for certain people to know that I'm not having sex, okay? Especially if this is somebody that I don't really see a future with. When you go on the celibacy journey, you are going to see, if you don't already, what I'm talking about. Your views change, your beliefs change. You are going to know whether this person has a strong belief in the Lord or not. You don't want to intertwine your soul and spirit with the wrong person. And some people, they may come into it telling you that they're on a walk with Christ, but their actions are proving otherwise. They are very sexual, they are lustful, and you are on a totally different journey. And so that's the whole thing right there, to where you are going to know that you are unequally yoked with this person. They may be checking off all the other boxes, but it's just that belief system. They may have a relationship with the Lord, but it's not convincing enough for you, because the way they moving and operating is not showing that up. And this is the whole thing of trying to weed out the wrong men. When you are on a celibacy journey, it's all about committing your man, body, soul, and spirit to the Lord. And so the person that you date, they have to share the same values as you. So it may be certain things that they indulge in that you are not really feeling. Like, I always been a woman that was never into a guy that smoked. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. So I don't want to date somebody that smoke. I used to drink, but I don't drink anymore. It's been 2 years now since I had a drink. So I don't want a man that drinks. Just like I said in prior videos where I talked about sex, soul ties, sexual demons, and stuff like that. You don't want to put yourself in a smoky building. So if you stop drinking, what's smoking? You don't want to date somebody that smoke or drink, because that's going to tempt you to do it again. And that's the whole thing with celibacy. The same thing. If this person coming into this whole connection with you, with this whole lustful energy, it's okay for a person to be physically attracted to you. It's okay for you the same, because we human. But if they come with this whole date too lustful, that's a no-go. You don't want to put yourself in a smoky building. You may be the type of person that you may deal with a spirit of lust. Okay? You may not be able to control it. And see, this is a thing, because I really do strongly believe that the devil is sent through certain people that you have romantic relationships with. Because when you are in a relationship, you are dating, that is your most vulnerable moments. This person see you in all your essence. They see parts of you that nobody gets to see. And so for you to be sharing that with this person, Y'all have to be matching energetically, spiritually. It's way deeper than sex. It's way deeper than the physical attraction that you have for this person. Really, what it's all going to boil down to is, where does this person's values lie? Do they have the same view as you? Okay, y'all, this video keep on stopping. I'm going to try to hurry up and get this done. Do this person have a relationship with Christ, a real one? We done talked about this plenty of times on my channel. Some people be capping about their relationship with the Lord. And you know this because of the sort of relationship you have with the Lord. You know when somebody be faking. And so when you dating somebody and they coming in this whole thing talking about some, oh, I go to church, I read the Bible, I do this and I do that, but their actions are not congruent with what's coming up out of their mouth, you are lying. You do not have a strong relationship with the Lord. You are putting up this facade because you want to get in my drawers. This is why I feel like you ladies should kind of wait before sharing this with a guy, because the minute you tell this guy you celibate, he's gonna try to act like he's having sex when the whole goal is that he is just trying to sleep with you.